Yo, it's Sivahlens. I'm from Group 7 FX. We are coming with another video. So it's currently the 6th of July. Shows here. 6th of July to Wednesday. Cool. So what is exactly happening in the market? So we just actually went over a very profitable day. Let's just go over exactly what happened before we go into what will happen or what we deem as high possible setup and where the market should be and where all the supply lies. So basically, first of all, we were here on the hourly, right? This was before actually all of these moves. This is half three. This is basically in my open, as you can see. I use this. It's a session finder. It's very fire because it tells you which sessions price is currently at. So this was Asia on the 6th. Asia switch over into London, as you can see, and then start off NY close around here, and yeah, that's the new session. I think this is what, Australia or into Asia again, one of the two. I think it's Australia. I think there's like four sessions, but let's just count this as the New York session. Okay, so cool. That's what happened. As you can see, this is Asia session, this is London, this is NY. We're gonna count this as NY, right? So basically, that's it. It's around 9 o'clock, so it should be NY close, as you guys can see. Cool. We take that out. So now we know exactly that this was in my station around here. So actually, we had a bias. So first of all, price was consolidating hard, right? So price was consolidating hard from the long bullish move right here. So this is what happened. Price did actually react off of this supply zone right here, demand zone actually. So off this demand zone, right? So the price came, right, dropped. I was in the sell here. I bought here, got stopped out. I bought here, got stopped out. I didn't buy here for some odd reason. I was out of the market. I was way below I was way above my risk, so I couldn't even trade. It gave us a nice 400 pip move to the upside and then started consolidating after that. So within the consolidation, I was looking to trade. I love consolidation. I love trading. I love trending markets, but I seem to not make money from them a lot. I love consolidations because it's structure. I trade a lot in structure, right? So we were within this consolidation right here, from this point to this point up here. So price had created this supply zone right here, which had actually broken these lows right here, as you can see, which is a change of character, right? Which is actually a change of character. It did wick this low right here, but it already broken the previous low. Boom, breaks that previous low, change of character. You don't know what it is. Price comes back. Sorry about that. Price comes back. Right, we mark off that supply zone right there. Precision. Price comes back, gives a nice test. The equilibrium gives us a nice drop, 100 200 pips. It was around. I was actually, yeah, 120 pips. So price came back. I think I was looking at price around this area right here, looking to get in sells, but not yet ready for the sales. Price came down, tested this low again, meaning there's a lot of liquidity lying at this low. Okay, there's a lot of buy side liquidity, so price might actually come back down to tap this area, but I highly doubt. This might be the OP that we're looking for. That I was looking for. This is actually the OP I was looking for, but that's another story. So price came back, dropped, came back around here. This was around in my session. As you guys can see, this was NY, end of London. So Asia, London, NY. Cool. So NY session, it comes in, gives us this first. This was the half past three candle. Came up first, gave us a long rejection to the downside, gave us a long rejection to the upside, tapping all this liquidity, closed as like more or less of a pinball type, not even a pinball. But as you can see, this shows a lot of volatility because, like, look at the wicks on either side, right? So there was a lot of volume at this area, and then price came, and then price gave us this candle, We were still not in the trade, and then eventually we thought, oh shit, price is leaving us. Price came up, gave us a tap. We go back to, I actually entered on the 1 minute, but we'll go to the 5 minute for now. I hope you guys had a great day. I'm currently in the pits with my FTMO account. But yeah, I'm in the pits. I'll make a video after the 14th of July to see whether what happened, but I'm in the pits. I have a lot to talk about. But let's wait for my internet to load up. But yeah, Price gave us a nice rejection candle off the 1 minute. Actually, yeah. Gave us a nice rejection candle off the 1 minute. I wanted to sell at 3:30, but it was a good thing because yes, I would have caught like 100 pips. But this candle right here wasn't good. I actually entered off of this candle, right? It dropped a little bit. Okay, cool. That was long, but hey. So this was half three, remember? This dropped a little bit, came up here, gave us this tap right here. I entered after this tap. The reason I entered at that tap, actually, the IG story when Paris was like giving us this move, it shied like, I don't know, like 2 3 pips away from my TP, literally. And I still held. And when it reversed my TP to like almost, it reversed from like almost my TP because my TP is 100 pips, as you guys can see. 102 pips. So look at it. So price come. So first of all, this was 3:30. 3:30 came up, gave us this nice rejection candle right here. Gave us this evening star pattern. Boom, fell. From that evening star pattern, did it fall like 100 pips? Fell like 70. Its peak was around 90 pips, but it felt like 70 for off three. Then reversed, boom, reversed. I wanted to enter off of here, but I couldn't. It didn't hit my equilibrium, so didn't tap into the order block. I could not take trades outside the order block. Gave us a rejection down. I thought, it's leaving us. No trading for the day, and then came back. Around 4 o'clock, I entered after this candle right here. So it gave us bullish candle. I waited. This candle closed bearish, right? Giving us a pin bar actually, not a pin bar. Rejection to the downside, close full. This is not a pin bar, it's a hammer, right? That's what they call it. Yeah, call it a hammer. And then boom, bearish move to the downside. Nice, clean move to the downside. Almost 97 pips, and then rejected. Price came up. Look at this. From like one, two, three, four candles, five candles actually giving me almost my TP, which I could have closed. Price came up, gave us all this choppy price action, bro. This is almost like this is from this point, 4:15, right? To this point, which is like almost an hour. Yeah, like 45 minutes. It was just playing. So 45 candles, just playing. 45 candles, just playing, bro. And it eventually came. And now at this point, I was looking at close, but I was like, you know what? I was at break even. My stop loss was value was 25 pips in the beginning, meaning I was risking about $50 in this trade for $100, and also my risk reward was 4. My TP was 100 pips. So I had moved my TP, I had moved my stop loss to break even at around 50 pips. So I was clean, I was now. And then price came back up, gave us this, boom, gave us this, boom, and then started dropping to our TP. I wanted to enter seconds here, but nah, discipline, you know. So price gave us a nice clean move, 100 pips down, and then started rejecting. That was our trading day. It was not it was not like a very complicated trade. It was easy, simple trade. Okay, so there was reasons behind the trade, and I gone over all the reasons. That was a winning trade. It was a nah trade. So let's check out what's about to happen, and then we'll close this video. Sorry for my internet, it is bad. But what I'm looking for Nasdaq to do right now, because it is bullish, I'm not gonna lie to you. The only reason I took sales was because obviously the consolidation allowed me to, man, my strategy, which worked. But now I'm looking to take buys for a higher profitable setup. So with the sales, I'll only look for 100 pips. With the buys, I'll look for 150, 100, 200, around there. Because obviously we're in a bullish market right now. On the hourly 2 or 4 hour, intraday, we're bullish. So yeah. So now, first I like to go on the 4 hourly for these things. I like to start on the 4 hour. I'm not gonna lie. And look at this. This day is gonna close bullish, even though it had so much choppy price action. Everybody thought, nah, it's either gonna close as like a It's either gonna close as it's either gonna close like one of these candles, you know what I'm saying? Like this candle, but it didn't. Look at it, it's bullish, and it's still gonna close bullish. I'm looking for a retracement at around Asia. Once this candle closes bullish, the retracement around Asia to tap into these buys and to take us to upside one more time. Alright, because we were actually looking for buys at this point, I do not believe we missed these buys. This is almost what 500 pips gone, more than that even, but it is what it is, guys. So as you guys can see, Nasdaq is going up, 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 up. Wait, how much? How many pips? Yeah, 500. Yeah, almost five. No, 5,000. 5,000 pips. Sorry, it's a lot of pips, bro. So yeah, and there's the 4 hours on right here. Let's remove all of this except the trade because I'm trying to keep my trades on trading view so I can always recap the stop losses and all that. Because looking at them with FTMO is kind of complicated. So yeah. So yeah, price was bullish. Price bullish gives this bullish move up here on the 5th, which was yesterday. Retraced 6th, another bullish move to the upside. Well, almost 20 pips. Yes, sir. So yeah, well over 20 pips, right? I'm trying to get this pip thing right. Yeah, it's 100 pips this time. Yeah. So cool. That's what happened. Price came up, retraced, gave us this order block. Supplies on right here. Right. Price created a high, created a low, gave us a supply zone right here. As you can see, this is classical B, long wicks to the upside, closed the body, right? So we mark from the body, which is the proximal line, which is distal line, I'm not even gonna say, but we mark from the body to the low, to the wick low of the candle, right? That's our order block. So now looking at how price took off from that order block was created, look at how price took off from that order block, showing a lot of volume, showing a lot of bullish order flow volume has entered the market, meaning they will look to buy again at this point. There's still some order flow volume lying at this point, and since also it is a valid order block or BFI footprint, since it did break a previous high, right? So yeah, that's what we're looking for. Cool. And then we go on the hourly to refine our order block even more. One thing I do use is this order block finder. So these are my three indicators. I have the 50 EMA, which I use for an ID50 setup. I'm pretty sure I've gone over the ID50 setup, but if you'll need me to do it again, this is basically ID50 setup. On the hourly, price breaks the ID50 setup, it trends lower, it comes back to retest at the ID50 at the 50 MA and then gives another drop. So it's basically a retracement entry most of the time. I love the ID50, it barely fails me. I never use it, but it barely fails me. So I'm here to take an ID50 trade. So yeah, that's what I use. I use the 50 MA, I use the order block finder. The order block finder is basically for me just to spot the OBs, and it's giving us an OB right here. I'm still looking to take buys off that point. It might retrace to that point, and then I use the session finder. All right, so these two are basically for like order blocks, sessions, and then the 50 MAs for trading markets. Okay, so cool. That's basically what I had to go over. And then now that we know it's okay, cool. There's a lot of liquidity within this area right here, right? We're still gonna like no, we know that this is the order block. So this was the order block from here to here. This was the hourly order block. This was the down move. This was the up the 4 hour order block. So this was the down move right here. This was the up move that created this break. So now what we look for, right? So first we also use this. It's called the volume profile indicator. Is it the volume? Let me see. Should give us a name. Yeah, it's the fixed range volume profile. So whenever you're in a range, a fixed range, use this bad boy. So I use it from the start of the range, which is this candle right here, right? So from that candle to the end of the range, which is the last move upwards, which is this move, cover the whole range. It's gonna give us where there was a lot of what's this, the contact point or the CP, whatever they call it, this point right here. This was where there was the most volume, was here, which is almost 50% off of this level right here. So there's a lot of orders at this point. Those are the most orders at this point that was inputted into the markets, right? So first we mark from like like yeah. So we mark this area off right here. All right, that's where most preferably our order block we look to find it, or where we look for an order block, right? But that's basically just showing us where the most volume is. So we know it's okay, cool. This is where the most volume is. We'll leave that on for later. And then we mark off our order blocks, right? So for me right now, to my eye, this is the order block right here, right? From boom to boom. This is our order block that we'll be looking to take buys off of. We'll look for price to retrace a bit lower into this order block and then give us a tap of the order block and then boom. We might also look for maybe a stop hunt, a wick below the order block to take out these lows and then a move up. One of the two. Retracing it more and more and more while price is away, almost 200 pips away, does not make any sense. So I'm not gonna refine it, but just for you guys, let's refine it just now. But I might not even take trades based off this OP. So we see, okay, let me just, from this is where it hit TP. So we see that actually this is the last up move that broke the previous structure. So we might actually look to take buys off of this bullish move right here, or most preferably this bullish move right here, which is at the bottom, which is most probably where price will retrace to. But we will still look for a retracement. We'll look for maybe a 4 hour and hourly down move of 2-3 candles, and then we'll place our fibs from A to B, because we're looking to find a buy entry right now. So from A to B, let's say price retraces fibs from A to B, and then we'll see, okay, cool, are we either buying off of one of these levels right here, right, or are we buying off of this level at the bottom? So it's either in here where there was the most volume, or right here at the bottom. So that's basically our analysis for Nasdaq today, what we went through today. So yeah, this is Splash from Control 7 FX signing out.